Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another World of Warcraft video. Playing Unholy. A lot of you have requested that I play Unholy. Surprisingly, a lot of you have suggested that I play Frost too. However, I'll show you my Frost weapons real quick. Okay, I thought he was going to take Berserking. Here they are. So good. Item level 300 weapons. Also known as blues. So that's like, that's the main reason I'm not playing Battlegrounds with Frost, because I feel like realistically I won't do that much damage, and it's not like a good meter or like a test or whatever you want to call it. It's not a good example of what Frost has the potential to do, and I do think it can be good. We'll just throw dots in everyone. That's usually what we do, right? Dots in everyone. Delete the guy that's overextended. I'll show my talents here in a second. If this guy's getting heals, he's just gonna drop. Because... No heals. That's cool. Gonna use some more cooldowns. Gonna use Death Strike. Summon all of my armies. Probably throw dots on everyone again. Uses my kind of defensives. Spread dots again. Maybe go on the healer. I'm gonna use cooldowns here. I'm gonna try and generate some... health, and there's a new talent that lets us just Death Strike forever. It's fucking neat, man. It's really broken. It's not, I don't want to say it's broken, but we shouldn't have that type of survivability. Bastards. Okay. And I'll go over my talent here in a second. The one that makes it so I can use Apocalypse, but it does percent max health damage whenever someone gets healed after I Apocalypse them. Kind of showcase the talent right now. Necromancer's Bargain. The ability I'm referring to is Crypt Fever, and deals up to 8% of the target's max health and shadow damage over 4 seconds. Healing spells cast on this target will refresh the duration of Crypt Fever. So it's pretty much just an ability, right? It's an ability that does percent max health damage, reduces the cooldown of your Apocalypse by, I think it's a minute, maybe it's 45. I think it's a minute 30, so it is 45, yeah. So 45-second cooldown reduction on Apocalypse with an 8% max health damage whenever someone is healed. Pretty good, especially in Arena. I can see that ability going pretty far in Arena. See if we can catch up to this guy. We might be able to. Why, did you try cycloning me? Is that a thing? Okay, so here's the plan. I'm gonna use my Apocalypse on the healer, because he will try and heal himself eventually. And whenever he heals, he'll just be taking percent max health damage, unless he knows that Crypt Fever actually, does percent max health damage, then he might not heal himself. And, of course, my oh shit button is pretty much my Death Pact, and, whatever that Death Strike ability is called. I don't even know what it's called. I just know it's an ability that heals me for outrageous amounts of health. So, yeah, back to the normal rotation. I'm pretty sure that's Holy Pally. Sure is. We'll reapply our dots to everyone here. Just try and, have an impact here. And sadly, all that we need to do, really, is just apply diseases. Like, that's pretty much all Unholy does. Diseases, Defile. I really like Defile, no matter how much people say it's garbage. I pretty much like it, just because it spreads the area that it, has an impact on. Goodbye. It spreads the area of death and decay. Does better damage. And, of course, when the area spreads, you're going to be hitting way more people with your Clawing Shadows whenever people are in that. So that is something to keep in mind. We'll Death Grip this guy in here. We're going to try and focus him again. Cooldowns. Get some Festering Wounds. Get another one. There we go. Apocalypse. He'll keep on refreshing his Crypt Fever as long as he keeps healing himself. And or gets heals. And this is where Crypt Fever really shows its power. I don't think yet. No, not dispelled yet. And of course, you can have a really high uptime on Crypt Fever, but it's all up to how often the person gets healed whenever they have that ability up on them. Throw dots on people again. Usually I always look for just kind of the people who are afflicted with my dots and the people who are not afflicted with my dots. Right now, like about half of them are. I'll throw the dots in that big group there, and again, we got about 4 people with our dots. Throw a file in this big kind of center area, because then we'll cleave everyone with our shadow strikes. You'll see here it's hitting, it's only hitting 1 target, surprisingly. There we go, now it's hitting 2 targets. Gonna throw our, okay. I was gonna throw my diseases in that huge kind of group of, you know, grouped up people, but that's alright. Throw another Crypt fever on this guy. Hopefully he keeps getting heals. Just kidding, he's a... Throw the diseases on everyone. Do some haste cooldowns here. My god. Too strong. Priest too strong. He doesn't even have any mana. He's just not done. Like those wings on my pet, though. Pretty cute. Throw disease on everyone again. Apply diseases to everyone. Now we kind of showcase the ability to live forever as a Death Knight. We're just gonna Death Strike forever. Throw diseases on this guy again. Throw the file down. I'm pretty sure I'm getting focused by that guy. Yeah. Goodbye. Nice, instant res. We lose blacksmith? No. Okay. Just run back in here then. This is like longest blacksmith fight I've been in. This guy's just greater powering everyone. Yeah, we'll go on the mage, even though we probably shouldn't. Oh shit. Is that a healer? No, wait, that's a feral. No way that's a healer. Trying to use cooldowns here. We're gonna get a Apocalypse, hopefully, if this breaks, which it probably will for the dots. There we go. Throw the file right there, Apocalypse him, so any heals he gets will do max health damage, and he's finally down. It only took... Oh, if only I had it only took half the Battleground. I have zero clue how long I've been fighting here. Definitely way too long, but... And one thing I'd like you guys to note about all the Death Knight specs is even though Unholy's kind of considered the one spec that's supposed to do just a ton of damage over time damage, Frost is pretty even with it, actually. Frost damage isn't really single target anymore, it's a lot of Frost Fever. I mean, it is single target damage, but it's, looking at Battlegrounds that I play with Frost Death Knights, and then looking at the damage they do and what does most of their damage, and most of it is Frost Fever, which is, you know, the disease that they have. I'm gonna use this on him. Pretty sure it'll refresh. Poor guy. I fucked up a little bit there. There we go. Let's use Chains of Ice for once in my life. I need to have my Blood Elf dispel in my bar. Would help a lot. I don't know where my pet is either. I think he's... Oh, he's dead. Okay. Poor guy. Poor guy's just gonna get knocked around. Use Apocalypse on this guy. Just so many heals, he'll, you know, take that max health damage. It'll... Yeah, it's adding up. He's dead. It definitely did stuff there. I don't... Like, the new Apocalypse is so weird, because I don't know if it's good, because sometimes you'll apply that percent max health damage debuff, and they just won't get any heals, and the duration of it's pretty short. I think it's like 4 seconds, so as long as someone doesn't get heals for 4 seconds, like, it just immediately fades away. And then, of course, when you Apocalypse with this Honor Town, you're not gonna have any ghouls spawn from your Apocalypse, but that's like the only downside. Other than that, a lot of it's just beneficial. And I imagine this is like go-to. Like, you're not ever not going to be taking this in arena, because I feel like it's just really strong. It's either denying heals for 4 seconds, or, you know, dealing damage to your target as they attempt to receive heals. And I think we might have lost here, guys. Get on this guy instead. This is done. Throw an Apocalypse on him, so whenever he gets heals, it does percent max health damage. I'm gonna use some cooldowns here. Gonna throw Defile, throw Disease on everyone. Do Diseases again, because they got cleansed. Hopefully this guy casts him. And one thing I try to maintain, at least when I have a lot of people near me, is high runic power. That's because something can, like, in a fight, anything can happen. IRL. Or in WoW, even though none of us go outside to get in IRL fights. And admittedly, we don't lose those fights because we try to attack them with our fingers. But, in well, World of Warcraft, you definitely want high runic power and kind of high person situations, because if you do get switched on immediately, you do need that runic power for death strikes, especially with your transfusion is what it's called. With transfusion, you want that high runic power. It's not like you're not going to want that high runic power, but of course with DPS and, you know, maximizing DPS, you're going to want to spend your runic power as much as possible, but then comes the situation of rune starving yourself so much that you don't have any rune power for self-heals, and that's a problem. So, especially with transfusion now, you definitely want to make sure you have some runic power in the bank for if you do get focused. That's where I do think some of my talents do come in handy, especially the one that gives me free death coil charges. It comes in a lot of handy. How many healers do they have here? 3? Something like that, I don't even know. I'm just gonna throw dots on people. It's usually what I do. I wish we had 3 healers here. I feel like I'm just here just for encouragement. Use Crypt Fever on this guy. And there's an example of Crypt Fever not really doing anything. Probably use army here. Oh, it's on cooldown, okay. Man. Can you see how fast I lost hope in winning? Well, I guess towards the beginning I didn't really expect to win that much anyway. So, not much disappointment. You can never be disappointed, guys, if you set your standards so low that even if... Well, so let's say, you know, I expected to win this Battleground. I'd be disappointed, because I expected to win. But if you didn't expect to win, then you aren't disappointed. It's the key to life, guys. Just be so pessimistic that nothing disappoints you. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys liked the video, subscribe, bell thing, comment what you guys want to see from my channel. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.